Hello Scorpio, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the month of August, my friends. We're going to look over the month of August 2024, find out what's coming up for you. Scorpio, if you've never been here before and you just tripped over 10 of Cups Tarot, welcome here. I hope you will stay. Be in the comments, subscription button in the bottom right hand corner if you want to stay. Hit that bell button and you'll know when I'm uploading for the water signs, which is generally for the individual reads, as usually on a Tuesday. All right, so let's start out with the archetypes deck. We've got a small pile of oracles we're going to use here. Then we're going to do a 9-card read for tarot. We'll find out what's going on in the month ahead here. Tell me what is coming up for Scorpio. What is the energy that you will have to be in to deal with whatever's going on in August? Tell me about Scorpio, please. All right, there we go. You are the mentor. You are the mentor, my friend. It says here that the late attribute is passing on wisdom, refining a student's character. So I feel that in the month of August, you will be teaching some things to people. I feel like you generally are a mentor, Scorpio. I feel like you really have for most of you, you have a solid path. You go at things really slowly. You're the thinker, right? You're the one who is strategic and slow, and you make decisions that are best for you because you're using your psychic intuition to do that. And I feel like that is that you, Scorpio, are somebody who is a mentor, and that you will be embodying the energy of the mentor this month as you are passing on your wisdom to people around you. Tell me what else we have for Scorpio, please. Tell me what else is coming up for Scorpio. We have moving on. So I feel like it tells me that you're teaching people in order to help them move along in their life. So you might be someone who is thinking about, or who is a life coach, or maybe an intuitive coach. But I feel like you are somebody who, even if you're not doing that as a business, that you are somebody that a lot of people come to because you're a leader. You're the person who will show them the way. You'll show them how to move on from a tough spot in their life. And I feel like it's because you already have that knowledge. We can't really teach anything we don't know. And I feel like you've pulled yourself out of a stuck place once or twice. And so you've become now the mentor to others who become stuck. You're showing them how to move on. You're showing them how to be in their power. This is strength, how to have courage, how to sort of look the lion in the face and have the courage to be able to move forward, even though you feel like there are things in front of you that seem insurmountable. I feel like that you are the person who is showing these people that that you need to have power if you are going to ignite any of your passions and go on some sort of a new path. We didn't look at the bottom of this deck. It's got the goddess here. It says a feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. So you could be a feminine, you could be a masculine. Take it as it resonates for you. You don't have to be one or the other, depending. Like a mentor can be feminine or masculine, but you might possess some goddess energy. It says the feminine expressed through wisdom, right? This mentor has wisdom. So you could be a feminine or a masculine. It says nature, life force, and sensuality. So I feel like you're teaching more than one thing, I want to say. Tell me more. Tell me more about Scorpio, please, in August of 2024. For some of you in the month of August, you could be moving on from being the mentor. Maybe you're not going to be as accessible to everybody as you usually are. You might be reining some of that in, right? Reeling it in a little bit. And maybe you're sort of moving away from mentoring in August. Could be either way. What else do we need to know? We have abundance. We have card number 25, which is a 7. I feel like you're going to be blessed for all the work that you do. I feel like you do blessed work. I want to say helping people move on from a tough spot. The cowrie shells, those are still used as an exchange as money in some deep, far African tribes. And the abundance, I feel, is coming to you this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Your intuitiveness. That's what I said. I thought that maybe you were an intuitive coach or helping people to move along intuitively. That's what it feels like here. Maybe you're teaching people how to reach their own intuitiveness, right? Tell me more about Scorpio, please. There we go, the vast universe. You've got the universe on your side, my friend. And we have taking steps. So yeah, it all points in the same direction. It does feel like you are showing people where their abundance is. That you are someone that even if you don't do this as a way of life, I feel like that you are this person, that people trust you, people come to you for knowledge, for you to mentor them in how to become abundant and how to take whatever steps they need to take. Maybe you break it down for them because you're the one that's who is very planned, very strategic. Maybe you're breaking it down for them, showing them how to take small steps toward this vast universe, which is, I feel, the abundance of the vast universe here. Let's get some tarot. Tell me about Scorpio, please. Tell me what else Scorpio needs to know in the month of August. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Scorpio. Tell me about Scorpio, please. What else does Scorpio need to know for the month of August? So we're going to do the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, the end of the month. We've got the Ten of Swords. For some of you, you are taking a break from this mentorship. I feel like there's too many people on you, I feel. This Ten of Swords is telling me that maybe you are ending something to move forward here. Maybe you're going to be focused more on your family, more on your pentacle wealth, your legacy. But for some of you, you could be very focused on building a business as well. That maybe this is something that you do all the time. People are always coming to you for mentorship, and it's time for you to get into a business and build it. Whatever it is, I feel like you will have victory here because we do have the Chariot energy. I feel like keeping yourself in balance, feminine and masculine energies, is going to help you build whatever it is that you want to build. But first, I think you have to end something, or something must come to an end. Maybe it's overthinking. After you get out of the overthink tank here, then you're able to move on and create something that's really beautiful here. We do have the Three of Cups in the middle of the month. We have celebration that's coming up here. Why is that? We do have the Magician because you've manifested the thing that you want. That's what it looks like here. You've manifested with the Page of Cups. Something that is showing up for you, Scorpio, that is going to be quite surprising. It might be a long-term relationship. It could be. It doesn't have to be. We're going to clarify a little bit and find out what else is going on. We do have the Three of Wands. We have the King of Cups. And we have the Libra energy, which is justice. We do have Cancer here. We have Aries and Gemini as well. We have Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Cups. Why is that? Because of the Knight of Wands. Things are happening too fast. I feel like there's a bunch of changes that are coming up here. That's what it feels like. It feels like you're making some big changes, and those big changes, I feel, at the beginning of the month are going to set the pace for the rest of the month. I feel like there is something that is coming to an end. The Ten of Swords is telling me that it's time for you to stop overthinking the situation. So for some of you, this is what you do for other people, friends, family, that kind of thing. And maybe this is something that you're now going to start as a business. For some of you, maybe you're going into the intuitive business, maybe the mentoring business, to show people how to move on, how to move along, and be abundant in their own lives by taking small steps. I feel like the Ten of Swords is like, first you got to get your own shit straight, right? First of all, you got to stop overthinking. It's time to end whatever is not working for you. And it's time to move into the Ten of Pentacles energy, which is the building of something that is giving you more finances than you need. This is a healthy, happy family. This is building a legacy, or maybe you are building generational wealth. I feel like if this is what your path is, you will be successful because the Chariot is here. It tells me that you're putting your feelings aside in order to get some sort of a victory. The Ten of Swords is giving us the Ten of Cups. It's giving us the Ten of Swords again. We're at the end of cycles. You know what? It feels like somebody here has decided August is the month that I'm going to move forward and do the thing that I've always wanted to do. That's what it feels like here. I need to be the happiest that I can be. In order to be able to move ahead, I need to be happy. And so the Ace of Cups is a brand new path of something that you really love. And it comes at a time, after a time that something has ended. Maybe you've been betrayed, or maybe it's an overthinking process that you've been in. It feels like it had you stuck for a while, I want to say. And it may have been because, you know what, I'm happy enough where I am. 10 of Cups is here. I'm happy enough where I am. I don't need to move any further than where I am. And I feel, though, that when the 10 of Swords comes to an end and you stop overthinking it, stop being scared of making changes or having endings, I feel like you move into the 10 of Pentacles here. Tell me why the 10 of Pentacles is here. We do have the Queen of Swords. You decide to liberate yourself. I feel like really this, for some of you, is starting a business, that you are getting into some sort of a mentoring business, a spiritual mentoring business, or an intuitive coaching business, something like that. We've got the Swords, the Queen of Swords, we got the Strength card, and we have the Two of Swords. So I want to say that it's taken you a while to do this, because it's been like, I feel like you don't believe things when you see them, you believe things when you feel them, because you are Scorpio energy, right? So regardless of whether you consider yourself to be psychic or a psychic intuitive, I feel like you are the person who listens and feels things out before you actually take the action that you want to take. So I feel like with the Strength card here, that you're being careful and you're moving slowly and making sure that you have a good handle on anything that might get away from you, anything that it's like you're taming the self, you're taming the situation, and you're doing it with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is someone who keeps everything in balance, who's very honest and truthful with the people around them. And I feel as though you're doing this for the benefit of your family, to build up your pentacles, to build your legacy. I think this is the legacy that you want to leave for your family. A legacy of courage, that even though you can't see it, that you can feel it out, you can listen for it, and you can still make the good decisions that will build you to where you want to be. Tell me about the Chariot, please. Victory. Victory and the Nine of Pentacles. There it is. The Hermit energy. You are very spiritual, and you are somebody who is very spiritual, and who does that by spending time alone. You're a person who meditates, possibly, or a person who has a lot of wisdom, and you gathered your wisdom through having hard times, right? We've got 10 of Swords back here twice. Things that ended, things that you had to process in order to be happy, things that you had to overcome in order to be happy. So I feel like the way that you did that was through being in this Hermit energy, gathering wisdom, finding your light, realizing who you are. And I feel like you are realizing who you are. Shockingly enough, I feel like you shock yourself as to how good you do immediately. I feel like it's almost like you hit the ground running on something. It's like this is something you've always wanted to do, but you've held back. I feel like you were dealing with other things. The 10 of Swords shows up twice. You might have been dealing with a relationship that was dying, right? We've got the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Swords. So you might have been dealing with issues in the family, betrayals in the family, or maybe a relationship that didn't work out. But I feel like it's almost like the gates are open and the thoroughbred is running. That's what it feels like here. With the Chariot card, it's like the gate is open and the thoroughbred got out, and that's you. And I feel like you are now sort of in this energy of the Hermit, and the Nine of Pentacles tells me that you are growing spiritually by the day. That I feel like it's almost like surprising to you how quickly things take off and how quickly you get some success in this thing that you're going to do. So if that's what your plan is for the month of October, I feel like it really is going to work out in your favor, because in the middle of the month here we have celebration, because your manifestation has shocked you and showed up right away. That's what it feels like here. Tell me about the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is the Wheel of Fortune. There it is. So things are changing. Things are changing in the best way for you here. We have expansion. Your life is expanding quicker than you can keep up. It feels like this is the energy that you're in, right? It's like this energy of things are moving too fast, and it feels like it almost has you in a place of, but I'm leaving people behind, but I'm leaving things behind. Like I feel like this regret from the past is that things are moving too quick and I can't bring these people with me. But you're going to have to listen to the self here. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is here. This is something you don't have control over. Things are moving forward in the right direction. This is Sagittarian energy. This is also Jupiter energy. So you do have an expansion, which is going to take you to a place of excitement. being with friends, meeting new people. Your cup is going to be filled. It feels like celebration here because things are moving forward. It's breakthroughs. Wow. You are really, in the month of August, you are really going to be having some exponential growth, like crazy good growth. You're having breakthroughs, and we have expansion, and the sun, everything grows under the sun. It's happiness. It's the happiest card in the deck, right? It's also realizations and breakthroughs, but it's growth personally, professionally, spiritually. So I feel like you are coming to a place here in the middle of the month of August, and I feel like you're not expecting it, but things are about to turn in the best possible way for you, Scorpio. We do have the Seven of Wands. It's like you are going to have to start putting up some sort of boundaries, because I feel like everybody's going to be coming at you at once. The sun is shining on the Wheel of Fortune. You're going to be put in the spotlight. The spotlight's going to be on you, and therefore you're going to have to put your boundaries in place, because you're going to have a lot of people coming at you for your services. So I feel like you're going to have to make sure that you keep everything in order, that you stand your ground, and make sure that you have your boundaries in place, because I feel like the spotlight's going to be on you, and your life isn't going to be the same after this. You've got all the tools, my friend, and you've realized your worth, and the spotlight is on you. Tell me about the Magician, please. We do have the Star, we have the Five of Cups, and then we have the Eight of Pentacles. There you are. You go from this place of being on the outside, watching everybody else having their success, to a place where your wish fulfillment arrives, and now you've got to start working fast. I feel like this is all coming in because you've taken the time to work on yourself. The Eight of Pentacles is about that. It's about self-mastery, being the subject matter expert on you. It's about being practical. It's also about going over the details of the self. It's trying to make yourself better and better with each pentacle that you build. Each pentacle, I feel they are identical, but I feel like one is done with more loving care than the one previous to it. And I feel like you probably, previous to whatever it is that you're coming up with in August, I feel like you were in a job that you were feeling very detached with, wishing and hoping that you could do something different, wishing and hoping that you could move forward. But I feel like the wishing and the hoping is not what you needed. What you needed was action. And I think that you finally took action with the tools that you have. The Magician is here. Tell me about this Page of Cups, please. It's the beginning of something. I feel like your heart chakra's open, and it's the beginning of this really beautiful path that you are creating, which is going to help people for generations and generations. We have the Three of Pentacles, we have the Hanged Man, and we have the Five of Cups. So I feel like you realize that with your different perspective, you've come out of the Five of Cups. You've now found yourself a new community. It's a community of wellness, a community of health, a community of mental health, a community of moving forward. Let's go to the next thing. There's no time to hang around here and feel bad about whatever didn't happen. I feel like your perspective is you're now in this different community of people who not only you have their back, but they have your back as well. Like, it feels like you're in this community of people who are like-minded here. I think you still are feeling a little sad about having to leave people behind. Possibly one of those people could have been a soulmate. We have the Five Cups and one in the hand of the Page of Cups, which is 6. It feels like for some of you, you could have had to leave behind soulmates in order to be able to it's like a perspective that you found, and you have to follow your perspective now. So for some of you, you could still be feeling sad that not everybody can come on this path with you, but the truth is that not everybody can. I feel like as we get into the end of the month here, that there is expansion here, and we know that with the Wheel of Fortune, but I feel like you have decided that you're no longer going to wait. I feel like it feels like you're going to wait for a time, but we do have the one wand here that is burning to the ground, and that's going to leave us 2, which leaves you at a place where you need to prepare to make a decision. I feel like you don't want to wait anymore, but I feel like you're going to wait until this particular wand burns down before you decide to head out. It feels like you've got a little bit more time left to wait here. I feel like at the end of the month, you're going to come into some sort of really deep, spiritual, balanced kind of energy. And this King of Cups is you, Scorpio. I feel like you're coming into some sort of a balanced justice. It's almost like you are now living your manifestations. It's almost like you have justified yourself in the way that you've moved, I want to say, that all the things that came before this, now you can see back there and figure out, oh, that's why that had to go on. That's why I had to get out of this relationship. That's why the other thing didn't work. Because I feel like you're starting to look behind you and to see that everything led up to here. And that's why you're willing to wait just a little bit longer for what you want. I feel like what you want here is somebody who is also balanced like you. Tell me about the Three of Wands, please. We do have the Six of Swords, we have the Ace of Wands, and we have the Two of Cups. Yeah, I felt it. I felt that there is some sort of a love situation showing up for you here. I feel like you're going to meet somebody new. It feels like you're going to meet somebody new. It's the Ace of Wands here. Somebody who is you're very attracted to, who will be attracted to you, but this is a very exciting time for you. That you're moving on. Six of Swords and Six of Swords is here. Moving on, I feel, is taking you to places you've never been before. And I feel like one of those places is the Two of Cups. I feel like the Three of Wands, the third wand is ready to burn away or burn out, because it's time for you to go on a different path. It's time for you to prepare to go on a path of love. I feel like the person that you're meeting is going to be very much like you. This person, I feel, is someone who is very abundant. They are very balanced. They are someone who is also leading with the heart, like you do. And we do have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Cups. There she is. I felt her. I felt her. And then we do have the Eight of Wands. Yeah, you're moving forward with somebody who's just like you. You are meeting a soulmate here. The Queen of Cups and the King of Cups are soulmates. They both lead in the same way. They are connected spiritually, psychically. They're both empathic, right? They're both very strong in their own rights. They're both great parents. I feel like you are, the reason that you're waiting here at the Three of Wands for just a little bit until that third wand burns down is because of the Seven of Pentacles. You're just waiting to see what is going to come of all the hard work. I feel like after you manifest this great career of longevity and it feels like generational wealth, I feel like you're leaving your legacy on the earth is what you're trying to do here. And I feel like the only thing that was missing after the legacy is the person who is your person. I feel like there will be communication between you and the Queen of Cups. You are the King of Cups here in this reading, right? So I feel like there is going to be movement with this Queen after a long time of waiting, possibly even years. Tell me why the Justice card is here. For Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We have the Magician in the reverse. We have the Ten of Wands, and we have the Two of Pentacles. I feel like you are getting justice here. The Magician in the reverse tells me that I feel like it's coming up with the Ten of Wands because it almost feels as if it was I'm going to say like it was kind of a manipulation, but I feel like it's almost like you had manipulated the self into thinking, you know what, this is never going to work out. It almost feels like somebody has a timeline and you're like, well, it didn't happen by the time I said. It was supposed to happen by June and it didn't, so it's just not going to arrive. And I feel like it's almost like this heaviness that you were carrying was manipulating you to feel like you were just never going to find the person that was yours. And I feel like when this person shows up, they could be a Libra, they don't have to be. Could be Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. All of a sudden, everything comes into balance for you here. We have the Five of Swords, we have the King of Cups, and we have the Lovers. I feel like this is somebody that you already know, because I feel like it's almost like you fight yourself. You fight your feelings. You want to pick them, but you fight your feelings. Why are you fighting your feelings? This is somebody who I feel that you already know. This is somebody who you intend to marry, or you intend to take to the next level in your life. We do have the Four of Wands here. We do have the Ace of Swords. I feel like it's a realization. It's a realization of what you want, and you need to stop fighting yourself on it. You need to stop fighting your feelings. It's time for you to get some balance, to get some security, for everything to come into balance. And I think that's what's going to happen. I feel like once you get all of the preliminary stuff out of the way for starting the business or being a coach or a mentor, I feel like there is love coming in for you at the end of the month. But I feel like you're going to overthink it just a little bit. You feel like What if it becomes heavy? What if I have to juggle this person and my work? And I feel like your intuitive self is telling you to stop fighting yourself. This is being given to you. The Lovers is being given to you as a choice. If you choose to pick this person, you can have them. Some of you might not choose them. But I feel like it for some of you could be somebody that you know. But you are trying to fight yourself because I feel like you don't feel like you can juggle everything all at once. The person that's coming is a gift. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, and they are definitely a soulmate. A soulmate who's ready to give you reciprocity. Someone who is ready to give you, pour into you like you pour into them. The Queen of Wands could be who this person is as well. And the Queen of Cups being here and the Queen of Wands, water and fire, temperance. They could be Sagittarius, or they could be very, very balanced in the way that they present their fire and their water. I'm going to leave that here for you for now, Scorpio. I hope this is something that made sense to you, because it's always like coming in on the 8th chapter of a 20-chapter book for me. I never know what's going on. Tell me what's going on in the comments. Love you guys. I'm out for now. Take care, and I'm out. Bye-bye.